Should I rely on JavaScript?
Well, you certainly cannot rely on Java to run your apps. It has too many security holes, and updates that could break the code. That is not a security hole.
But is JavaScript enough?
You can run JavaScript code in any browser, and on almost any machine, and it does not have to go through the Java virtual machine, slowing down implementation.
And running JVM is a hassle if the user has removed Java due to the security holes.
You can paste JavaScript code in an HTML5 page, and run the app when someone loads the web page. Or you can reference JavaScript code modules stored on the server. That is as much versatility as Java,
with far fewer crashes. So why would anyone say you cannot rely on JavaScript?
JavaScript can be a security hole like Java, injecting malware on someone's site when the malicious JavaScript code put in the HTML of the page loads.
That's why you turn it off in the browser.
If your website is designed to rely on JavaScript, it is now dull, if not devoid of life, when someone has disabled JavaScript.
I do not think that is as common as blocking Java applets though.
Network administrators could block JavaScript on incoming web pages for the same reason, regardless of the individual user's web browser settings.
What else can cause problems?
The AJAX service, that delivers interactive content via JavaScript, can fail, and then the person gets weird error messages.
That is definitely a problem. What is the solution?
Use JavaScript, but design simple CSS templates, and actual text that users see, even if the JavaScript is blocked, so they do not navigate away from an apparently blank page. You lose mobile users, especially if they think it won't load.
I read about that. And since mobile users are more than half of internet users today, that's essential.
You could use some of the enhanced JavaScript patterns to improve interactivity, or semantic HTML.
I wonder about user interactions with the server, more than user interactivity on their interface.
Good point. You cannot depend on the JavaScript code running on the client, so make sure server-side code validates all user submissions.
So trust, but verify.
Given the internet, I would never trust, but would verify. Put in lots of security, so that a user's compromised system cannot affect your server-side code.
What could a user do?
If the client sends price information to a server, it could manipulate product selection and options that could affect the purchase price you see. Did you hear about those people who were using something like this to get lower prices on Amazon's site?
So use JavaScript instead of Java, but design sites so that it runs in case the user cannot run JavaScript.
And build in security measures, so that their JavaScript code cannot adversely affect your system, in any which way.
I hate having to take all these steps to prevent bad guys from infecting us, them or anybody else.
Consider it job security for developers.